Okay, let's go. Let me share the screen.
Good.
Okay, first, let's start reading the text. First, you listen to me, pay attention to the pronunciation, and after that, you are gonna read. Meet the man who invented basketball. Millions of people love the sport of basketball in the United States and around the world. But few people stop to think about who invented it, why, where, and when. James Naismith invented the game. He was born in 1861 in Ontario, Canada, and he loved to play sports in school. After he grew up, he became a sports education teacher before he moved to the state of Massachusetts in the US. He invented basketball for two reasons. First, he wanted his students to have an indoor activity they could play during the winter month when it was too cold to play outside. Second, he believed that basketball was safer than football. The very first game of basketball was played on December 21st, 1891, when James asked his college class to play a new kind of game that he invented. Some of his students weren't very excited about this strange new sport, but they played anyway. After the game, someone suggested that the new game should be called the Naismith game, but James Naismith decided to call it basketball, which later became basketball. There were some differences between the first games and the games we play and watch nowadays. For example, there are now fewer games, sorry, there are now fewer players on a team, 5 instead of 9. Also, the first games were played with soccer balls. The first real basketball was only invented several years later. Basketball later became an international sport as it became popular in Europe after the First World War, and then in China, India, Japan, and many other countries. And the person we have to thank for this amazing sport is James Naismith. Ok, man. Anderson, it's your turn.
Okay.
Você vai começar a leitura. If you make a mistake, se você cometer um erro, I will correct you, okay?
Okay, good.
Let's go.
Meet the man who invented basketball. Millions of people love the sport of basketball in the United States and around the world. But few people stop to think about who invented it, why, where and when. James Naismith invented the game. He was born in
Quando você tem uma data,
18
isso, você divide em duas dezenas.
Yes, 1861. Yes?
Yes, it's correct.
in Ontario, Canada. Yes?
Yes, perfect.
And he loved to play sports in school. After he grew up, he became a sports education teacher before he moved to the state of Massachusetts in the US. He invented basketball for two reasons. First, he wanted his students to have an indoor activity they could play during the winter months when it was too cold to play outside. Second, he believed that basketball was safer than football. The very first game of basketball was played on December 21, 1891.
So you have to pay attention because all the dates in English, they speak using ordinal numbers. December
Okay.
21st.
Good, okay. When James asked this college class to play a new kind of game that he invented. Some of his students weren't very excited about this strange new sport, but they played anyway. After the game, someone suggested that the new game should be called called the Naismith game, but James Naismith decided to call it basketball, which later became basketball. There were some difference between the first games and the games we play and watch nowadays. For example, there are now fewer players on a team, 5 instead of 9. Also, the first games were played with soccer balls. The first real basketball was only invented several years later. Basketball later became an international sport as it became popular in Europe after the First World War, and then in China, India, Japan, and many other countries. And the person we have to thank for this amazing sport is James Naismith.
Okay, very good reading. Congratulations. Let's understand sentence by sentence. Agora vamos destrinchar o texto.
Good.
Meet the man. Conheça o homem who invented basketball, que inventou o basquete.
Okay.
Então, meet pode ser conhecer, mas também pode ser encontrar.
Encontrar. Good.
Por exemplo, eu vou encontrar os meus amigos no shopping. Você vai dizer como? I will
meet the friends in the shopping.
At the mall.
At the mall. Yes, good.
Lembra que
at the mall.
Shopping é compras.
Yes.
Então lá, agora eu vou dizer a frase para você em português e você me diz em inglês.
Ok.
Lá. Milhões de pessoas amam o esporte basquete nos Estados Unidos e ao redor do mundo.
Millions of people
Como é que diz
love
milhões?
Millions, sorry. Millions of people love the sport of basketball in the United States and around the world.
Mas poucas pessoas param para pensar sobre quem inventou, por quê, onde e quando.
But few people stop to think about who invented it, why, where, and when.
James Naismith inventou o jogo.
James Naismith invented the game.
Ele nasceu, então vamos lembrar. Essa moto
Sorry?
passando. Não sei
Sorry?
se chegou aí o som, mas uma moto chata passando aqui na rua.
Não vi não.
Ok, parece que está do meu lado. Vamos lá. Was born. Então você vai dizer eu nasci, você diz I was born. Ele nasceu,
Okay.
he was born.
Good.
Ele nasceu em 1861 em Ontário, Canadá, e ele amava praticar esporte na escola.
He was born in 1861 in Ontario, Canada, and he loved to play sports in school.
Ok. Depois que ele cresceu, ele se tornou um professor de educação física antes que se mudasse para o estado de Massachusetts, nos Estados Unidos.
After he grew up, he became a sport education teacher before he moved to the state of Massachusetts in the US.
Ele inventou o basquete por duas razões. Primeiro, ele queria que os alunos deles tivessem uma atividade indoor, ou seja, interna, né? Para que eles pudessem jogar durante os meses de inverno, quando estivesse tão frio para jogar do lado de fora.
He invented basketball for two reasons. First, he wanted his students to have indoor activity they could play during the winter months when it was too cold to play outside.
Segundo, ele acreditava que o basquete era mais seguro do que futebol. Então, o que a gente consegue ver aqui? A palavra seguro é safe. Para você dizer mais seguro, coloca o R no final, safer. Então,
Good.
isso vai acontecer com os adjetivos curtos, short adjectives. For example, hot, quente. Como seria? Hoje está mais quente do que ontem.
Today is hated
Hotter
hotter. Sorry, hotter. Uh,
than yesterday.
than yesterday. Yes, good,
Today is hotter than yesterday.
good.
O primeiro jogo de basquete foi jogado no dia 21 de dezembro de 1891, quando James pediu que a turma dele da faculdade jogasse um novo tipo de jogo que ele inventou.
The first game of basketball was played on December 21, 1891.
21st.
First one. Sorry.
Não, 21st.
20, sorry. 21st, yes.
December 21st.
December 21st. 21st, good. Was played on December 21st, 1891.
91, 90.
91,
90.
good. 91, when James asked this college class to play a new kind of game that he invented.
Alguns dos alunos não estavam muito animados sobre esse estranho novo esporte, mas eles jogaram de qualquer forma.
Some of his students weren't very excited about this strange new sport, but they played anyway.
Depois do jogo, alguém sugeriu que o novo jogo deveria se chamar o jogo Naismith, mas o James Naismith decidiu chamar de basquetebol, o que depois se tornou basquetebol.
After the game, someone suggested that the new game should be called the Naismith game.
Esse
But
passado
James
aqui, Anderson, esse passado você fala called.
Called the Naismith game, but James Naismith decided to call it basketball, which later became basketball. Eu tenho alguns vícios. Aí às vezes você fala assim, mas na hora de falar, eu mesmo sabendo sem querer eu falo.
Entendi. O que a gente viu aqui? O passado com ed, pronto, call. Você só joga um som de D no final. Called.
Called,
Called.
ok.
Por exemplo, como é o verbo abrir em inglês?
Open.
Qual o passado de open?
Opened.
Não precisa esticar essa última sílaba. Então,
Certo.
você não diz opened, você diz opened.
Opened.
Só um som de D.
Good.
Opened.
Good. Opened.
Vamos lá, mais um verbo. Como é o verbo limpar?
Clean.
Passado de clean.
Cleaned.
Yes!
Yes.
Isso aí.
It's strange.
That's
It's
it.
strange, but
It's correct. Cleaned.
okay.
Cleaned.
Cleaned. Good.
Havia algumas diferenças entre os primeiros jogos e os jogos que nós jogamos e assistimos hoje em dia.
There were some difference between the first games and the games we play at and watch nowadays. Nowadays.
Por exemplo, tem agora menos jogadores no time, 5 ao invés de 9.
For example, there are now fewer players on a team, 5 instead of 9.
Instead of,
Instead of, instead of 9, yes?
instead of 9.
Instead of 9, okay.
Lembra que a gente estudou instead of naquela ficha?
Yes,
Ao invés de.
I see, okay.
Também os primeiros jogos eram jogados com bolas de futebol. A primeira bola real de basquete só foi inventada vários anos depois.
Also, the first games were played with soccer balls. The first real basketball was only invented several years later.
Como é que diz vários?
Several,
Several.
several years later.
O basquetebol depois se tornou um esporte internacional. E também se tornou popular na Europa depois da Primeira Guerra Mundial. E então, na China, Índia, Japão e em muitos outros países. E a pessoa que nós temos que agradecer por isso, por esse jogo incrível, esse esporte incrível, é o James Naismith.
Basketball later became an international sport as it became popular in Europe after the First World War, and then in China, India, Japan, and many other countries. And the person we have to thank for this amazing sport is James Naismith.
Perfect. Very good. Let's do some activities. Match the words on the left with the definitions on the right. So number one,
Okay.
education. The definition is letter E. Education
Okay.
is information you learn from going to school. What's the
Okay.
definition of excited?
Excited. And I think the letter G, sorry, letter C, a group of people.
Letter D.
Letter G, yes. Okay.
When you are
Okay.
excited, you are happy.
Happy, yes, good.
Few.
You, I don't remember few.
Few quer dizer poucos.
Okay. Letter C, a group of people who play a sport together.
Olha aí, a definição de
No?
poucos.
Poucos grupos, não.
Dá uma dica, é uma dessas três aqui.
Okay. To give. Letter G, too many? Not many?
Not many.
Sorry, eu tô tentando, tipo, incluir na frase. Não é o correto, né?
Como assim incluir na frase?
A palavra que tá do lado esquerdo é referente à frase, mas não faz parte da frase, né? Do que tá do lado direito.
A frase aqui é o quê? Definition.
Tá.
Essa frase aqui é a definição dessa palavra.
Tá bom. Entendi agora. Sorry.
Ok.
Okay.
Number 4, grow up.
Grow up. A letter C. No. Sorry. Letter C, yes. A
Letter
group
A.
of people. Letter A?
É crescer.
To grow.
To grow,
não tinha entendido.
crescer.
Sorry, ok. Grew up, ok.
Indoor.
Indoor, em português, dentro, yes?
Yes.
Ok.
Procura aí a palavra dentro.
Inside a building, nothing
Yes.
outside. Ok,
Letter H.
good.
Invent.
Letter B, to make something new.
Perfect. Team.
A group of people who play a sport together.
And suggest.
To give advice about how to do something.
Perfect. Now, let's get these words here to complete the sentences below. We have many sentences to complete. Let's read the first one. Can you read, please?
Okay. Few of my friends like baseball. Most of them like basketball.
Great. Now, let's complete the number 2. You have to use one of these words here.
Okay.
Let's see the sentence.
Which parts are which parts are education parts?
No.
Sorry. Okay, which parts are suggest no suggest known?
Suggest é sugerir.
Sorry.
Olha o finalzinho. Which sports can you play inside?
Okay, which parts are indoor sports?
Okay. Do
Sorry.
you understand? Do you understand now?
Yes.
Which
Understood.
sports are indoor sports? Which sports can you play inside? Repeat.
Which parts can you play inside?
Number 3. My grandfather
Was born in Scotland, but he se você quiser diminuir um pouquinho, pode diminuir que tá. Eu tô num monitor bem grande aqui, que aí fica mais fácil para vocês. My grandfather was born in Scotland, but he education.
Let's understand. My grandfather was born in Scotland.
Yes,
Meu avô nasceu na Escócia. But he, mas ele,
sorry. I don't know, teacher.
ele cresceu no Canadá. Qual dessas palavras significa crescer?
I don't remember.
Grow up.
Grow up. Ok.
Você vai colocar grow up no passado. Então, você vai colocar he grew up.
Grew up. Ok.
Então, passado de grow, você fala com som de U. Grew.
Grew up. Good.
Isso.
Good.
Number 4. A good.
It's very important, so I plan to go to college. A good education is very important.
Very
So
good, Anderson. Yes.
I plan to go to the college.
Will.
I Eu planejo?
Eu planejo.
Ok.
Wilbur and Orville Wright the first airplane in 1903.
Wilbur and overwrite the first airplane. Invent the first airplane in
Ok.
1903. 1903?
Eles falam esse zero. 1903.
Oh, three. Okay, good.
So it's a difference because in Brazil, we don't say. In the United
Yes.
States, they say the zero.
Okay.
Number 6, I feel very
About our trip to Hawaii next week. Excited. I feel very excited about our trip to Hawaii next week.
Havaí, eles pronunciam Hawaii.
Hawaii. Good. About our trip to Hawaii next week.
Number 7,
There are 11 players on the soccer team.
perfect. Number 8,
My teacher suggested that I study harder for next week's exam.
Exam. Great. Let's go to another activity.
Okay.
According to the article, write true or false next to each statement. Can you read the sentence number 1, please?
The articles is about who to
How.
invent a new sport. How? Sorry. The article is about how to invent a new sport.
Is it true or false?
Como? Yes,
Yes.
it's true.
Olha aí. O texto não foi sobre como inventar um esporte.
Ah, ok.
Foi sobre quem
Quem?
inventou.
Quem? Good.
Então, ao invés de how, aqui teria que ser who.
Good.
This is false. Number
James
2.
Naismith. Okay. Name James Naismith was born in Massachusetts in the United States. It's true.
He was born in Canada.
Canada?
Look.
Yes.
Here.
Oh, yes. Okay.
He was born in Canada, but
Before he moved to Massachusetts. Okay.
he moved. So it's here. False.
It's false. The very first game of basketball was played in the winter. Yes, it's true.
December 21st.
James Naismith students asked to play the first player game. Asked.
Pediram.
Okay, good. It's false.
Yeah, it's false because
Yes.
who
It's
asked?
James
James.
Naismith. Yes.
Number 5.
Okay. Some people wanted to call basketball the nice game. Wanted. Ok, pediram para chamar. Yes? It's true.
Algumas pessoas queriam chamar o basquete de Naismith Game.
Yes, it's true.
Read number 6, please.
The first basketball teams each had 9 players. It's true. The first basketball, yes.
Let's discuss the following questions.
Okay.
Do you like to watch basketball?
Yes, I do.
Do you like to play it?
Yes, I do.
Why? Do you think it's a very, very nice game?
Yes. And how do you say fazer cesta in English?
Fazer um ponto é score.
Yes, score. I like the score in basketball.
All right.
Yes, good.
Number 2, why do you think basketball became so popular around the world?
Because the basketball, because people, I don't know in English the answer. Because our people, because some people play basketball in the world. Não, some people, vários tipos de pessoas,
Many kinds of people.
many kinds of people play basketball. Yes,
Yes.
good.
I believe that for any sport becoming popular in the world, the sport must be cheap, the sport must be easy to play,
Yes,
because basketball is easy to play
yes,
and it's not expensive.
yes,
You
good.
you
The same
just
of the same as soccer.
the same as soccer. You just
Yes,
need 2 baskets and 1 ball.
yes,
So to become popular in the world, the sport, the game must be easy and cheap.
yes, isn't cheap. Okay, good.
Number 3, try to invent a sport. You can do it like a homework. Try to invent a new sport. Describe it.
Oh my God.
It's very difficult to invent a new sport, you know.
Yeah, very good. Very difficult.
Yeah, a difficult task.
Yes.
So, man, I will send you another link on WhatsApp because now there is a limit of 40 minutes each call.
Okay.
I will finish this call here. I will save the
Okay.
class for Livia,
Okay,
and
good.
I will send you a new link on WhatsApp. It's fast.
Okay, perfect.
You can drink water because just 1 minute. Drink
Okay,
water.